Disneyland Splash Mountain is closing forever. And on today's episode of Randomland, we're there from park opening till park closing to see the complete experience. The ride-throughs, the excitement, the characters, and the historic moment that a classic Disneyland attraction closed forever. Strap in, because this ride gets wet and wild, and it's a long way down. Well, good morning, everyone, from Disneyland, where for better or worse, today is the very last zippity-doo-dah day. That's right, my friends, today is the final day to ride Disneyland's Splash Mountain. And so we've come here just before the park's official opening, literally minutes before opening, to join the throngs of people entering Walt Disney's original Magic Kingdom, many of whom have gathered here to try to get one last ride on Splash Mountain and see just how satisfactory things are going to be. Dude, there was no one in the parking garage. There was nobody at the front gates. There was 1 second there where I almost thought the final day of Splash Mountain might not draw a crowd.
Welcome to Disneyland.
All right, it's happening. Disneyland has opened. This really feels like Groundhog's Day a little bit. Because, of course, it was only a few months ago at the beginning of this year that I was in Walt Disney World for the closing of their Splash Mountain. So it feels like it's all happening again. Didn't I just do this? Oh my gosh, would you look at the size of that crowd. Look at all those people streaming over there into Critter Country. Just the way they did back in the summer of 1989, 1990, 91, when Splash Mountain was new and all the rage here at Disneyland. Now maybe because it feels like I just wound down Splash Mountain in Florida and just lived through that whole closing day experience. Or maybe it's just because this is my home Splash Mountain and I've not only ridden this ride 8 billion times in the last 34 years of my life, but probably 50 times just this last winter. But this farewell feels a lot more casual. The Disney World closing felt a lot like a farewell party. Nobody was mourning. It wasn't like a funeral. Like I say, it was like a party to say farewell to an old friend. And what I learned at Walt Disney World and what I'm already seeing out here today is that Splash Mountain and I have a lot of mutual friends. Guys, look at this. Right after park opening, it's pretty calm here in Critter Country. But this line, the line for Splash Mountain already is stretching all the way back through the park, all the way in front of Pirates of the Caribbean. Would you look at the size of that crowd? Now it's gonna compress. More and more people are gonna compress into the line as things get going. I don't expect it'll start that far away all day, but there's already a big crowd of party people out here. Which is why for the moment I've decided to skip the line and just come look at Critter Country now one last time while Splash Mountain's open. But before it gets crazy. Look at this, look how peaceful it is in Critter Country. This is gonna look a whole lot different when people start to exit that ride. It's pretty cool that there's gonna be one last crazy send-off here at Splash Mountain. There may not be plenty of sunshine headed our way, but my, oh my, is it gonna be a wonderful day. Now for those of you who don't know or haven't heard somehow, the reason Splash Mountain is closing down forever here at Disneyland, and already closed over in Florida, is it's being replaced by a ride themed around Tiana from The Princess and the Frog. Now with the two mountains being over 3 decades old, they were gonna need a lot of maintenance. So much so it was getting to the point where the mountains were gonna have to be partially rebuilt. Millions of dollars were gonna have to be sunk into these things. And the way modern Disney's mentality works, why spend millions of dollars on an old story about Brer Rabbit where there's some controversy over the film, the live action portions of the film that these characters were starring in the 1940s. The way they look at it today, easier to re-theme, revamp it with a more modern princess. And whether you like that or not, whether you think it's better or not, if Frozen at Epcot is any indication, well, they're usually right. Any new ride or retheming at Disney puts butts in seats and causes long lines, and that's exactly what's going to happen when this thing reopens with its new theme. In the meantime, out here in Anaheim, all winter and spring long, this ride was pretty much just a walk-on. We walked on it with almost no line, especially at night. But for the last week and certainly the last day, that has changed. There are people from around the country in this line already, and trust me, they are very enthusiastic. Dude, it's already starting to feel like a party out here, even with the marine layer over us. This is so wild, dude. One last day for the old Briar patch. Well, actually, we don't know that. The Briar patch in Florida closed when Splash Mountain closed. Not sure if it's going to close, you know, tomorrow with the ride, but certainly and inevitably, it's definitely going to be rethemed along with the mountain itself. And if the way they took things down so quickly in Florida is any indication, this might be one of the last times that we see these carvings in here of Brer Rabbit, Brer Bear, and Brer Fox. Man, it's crazy because I remember being blown away when they put the carrots up there for Brer Rabbit and all of these briars into the store when I was a very little kid. They didn't build this building when they built Splash Mountain. It actually far predates it existing in this land before it was Critter Country, back when it was Bear Country, all themed around the Country Bear Jamboree. And actually, even before that, when this was Disneyland's Indian Village, this humble log structure was the old quote-unquote Indian trading post. I did a whole video about that old village, so let's not talk about that anymore today. It was enough to see the old Briar patch one last time. So crazy because you know all these little things like the signs are going to change. Tomorrow, this ride will be closed and that sign will probably be gone. Days like this are kind of crazy because you're trying to take in all the little things. Of course, you want to make time to take in the big things like riding on the ride. And then, of course, you run into 1,000 people who want to say hi and take fun pics and celebrate the closing together. Things can get overstimulating really quickly. Now, luckily, the ride itself is still staying here. There's still going to be a giant mountain over there, just with a different theme. So no doubt we'll still get to stand out here in the future and hear the screams of people splashing down and getting wet, riding their logs out alongside the rivers of America. But as much as it's going to be the same, it's also going to be very different. So I just like walking around, hearing zippity-doo-dah playing in the bushes one last time. And mostly for me, the most fun part of a day like today is watching how much fun everybody has, reliving the memories, getting their kids on these rides one last time. And it's weird because we are saying goodbye to a piece of our childhood, those of us who grew up riding this ride. This is one of the first rides, the first major e-ticket ride that they added to Disneyland when I was old enough to appreciate and experience it. Splash Mountain was all the rage when it opened here in '89. And I can still remember the whole teaser ad campaign, "The only way out is a long way down." What was the other one? Oh yeah, you'll see your life splash before your eyes. You know, it's funny that we get splash puns at all because this ride was almost named the Zippity River Run when it was first conceived by Imagineer Tony Baxter while he was stuck in traffic one day in 1983, which by the way makes Splash Mountain as old as I am. They only changed the name to Splash Mountain because Michael Eisner wanted to tie it in to the success of the live action movie Splash, which was about a mermaid, so weird. All right, that line is looking a lot shorter than it was yesterday when we waited 3 hours to get on board Splash Mountain in the middle of the day. Because the lightning lane, the pay fast pass lane, got all heimbucked and everything was all backed up, so we should probably get in there right quick. Especially while the early morning rush is sort of cleared out. And it's not too bad out here. The only problem is I keep seeing people who've just splashed down in some sick tees. Look at, here's Bianca. You splashed down in a very sick t-shirt. Did you get wet?
Yeah, a little. I was in the back though, so I didn't get wet.
Smart. You're smart. That is a great t-shirt. Look at that. Just bees! Oh, look, we got a whole family with the t-shirts. One last splash. Yes. Oh, you guys did it. How was it?
It was fantastic.
Oh, that's awesome. So everything is satisfactional now?
Everything is satisfactory.
Dude, look at this. You got all the gear. You even have a zippity-doo-dah mask on. Look at your shirt. I've never seen this. Is that vintage?
No, I got it from East Day.
I've never seen that before. Dude, that is rad. Oh my gosh, look at this.
He's not even looking the right way.
You got all the characters. Oh, Brer Bear, Brer Fox. See, I never saw the vultures or the buzzards anywhere. You got Brer Rabbit. You did it twice already? How long did you wait?
I got the DOS.
Look at this. It's already cleared out a little bit. You know it'll be 3 hours later, but it's pretty clear right now.
Yeah.
I should get on there pretty soon. I really feel underdressed. Everybody's got themed shirts but me. All right, that's a little tasty. That is not too bad, especially since yesterday it said 109 and we actually waited for 3 hours. Nice seeing that sign over here and not by Pirates of the Caribbean. This is a little bit better. I have a feeling this is gonna look a lot different later on today. I have a feeling this whole bridge is gonna be covered with photographers and this line's gonna be heimbucked. Dude, look at this. This is so weird. Look how empty it is for the moment. Probably just for the moment. It's glorious. Look at the size of that mountain. Of course, the mountain will still be here, but it won't have that distinctive old dead tree on top of it, and it won't be called Chickapin Hill anymore. But that's okay. things change. That's what happens. Oh my gosh, I'm loving this. Look at this. Why wasn't it like this yesterday? Look at this, when you touch the mountain, pieces of it are crumbling. That's part of the reason it has to be refreshed. It wasn't all about the re-theme. Ay, ay, ay. It's definitely time for a little TLC on Old Splash Mountain. Man, compare what we're seeing today to how the line was yesterday. Look at the size of that crowd. It was huge. It was busy. It was wild. Things are definitely a little bit easier today. It's weird because when I was at Disney World for Splash Mountain closing there, I just kept thinking, this is it. This is the final splashdown. It didn't occur to me at all that day that we'd have to do it again at Disneyland. It's gonna be weird to see a whole different mountain here. Wish I could get my hands on whatever they throw away from this mountain, particularly this. This is my favorite thing out in front of Splash Mountain, is this little wishing well right next to what used to be the fast pass area over here. Something that I think a lot of people tend to pass right on by, but look at this. It's got little Brer Rabbit in there with this little stick and his handkerchief ready to go off on an adventure. He's had enough of this old briar patch. He thinks adventure's about to hatch. I'm heading on, say goodbye to me. Down at the laughing place is where I'll be. Speaking of the laughing place, time to get in line. Everybody's got a laughing place to go. Ho, ho. We are no exception. I was gonna say it's way different than Disney World. Disney World was packed from the very beginning of the day and stayed that way until closing. Then I realized it's a Tuesday. Disneyland, a much more locals park. When all those pass holders, I mean magic key holders, get off of work, you can bet your sweet corn dogs we're probably gonna see this line fill up quite a bit. Look at these. I want these when they take them away. Send them to my house. Look at the little height thing. I never noticed. It's got a little green briar vine growing on it. Here we go into this old rustic barn. One last day. Just don't bring any smokes with you. Look at all the old tools in here. All these old pieces of farm equipment and accoutrement. Look at this. I can't believe how empty it is in here right now. Look at that. Now this tale didn't happen just yesterday, nor the day before, but long, long ago. It was one of those zippity-doo-dah days. I still remember being a kid when this ride opened up and going to Walt Disney Elementary School and them sending characters to our school and us having to learn that song and do a performance of Zippity-Doo-Dah. Now I'm wearing these ugly tan pants because they dry faster than jeans. Same ones I wore on Splash Mountain at Disney World when that closed. And I'm gonna be totally honest with you, I am not above cheating. So Allie and I did buy ponchos. Part of you wants to be like, no, I'll just get wet last rides, get as soaked as you can, but you'll feel differently once you're walking around with soggy britches, let me tell you. Look at all these happy folks heading towards the laughing place. Look at how worn this railing is from 30 years of people coming up here and leaning on it while they're in the line and looking down. Look at all these old signs. Wish I could get a hold of these bad boys when this closes down. I guess I can always make my own. I am getting a lot better at wood carving, as a matter of fact. On the subject of Splash Mountain and wood carving, I've actually been working on a couple of Splash Mountain carvings for the last couple of months. One of them I started a year ago. I've just been sort of slow about finishing it. I guess I better hurry up, huh? Oh, look at this. Yesterday we were in this tunnel for like 30 minutes because the lightning lane was blocking things up. This is much better. Who would have thought the last day would be easier? Man, a lot of people have been riding this since they were children. It's part of their roots. Get it? No? Okay. Man, this is gonna look a lot different. I bet that big old tree stump you exit through is gonna be gone when Tiana takes over. As a matter of fact, I'm guessing all of this is gonna look a whole lot different, which isn't a bad thing, especially considering, like I said, this mountain could use a little work, a little touch-up, a little refresher. I can't believe we've only been in this line for like 10 minutes. And look at this, we're almost to the front already. I already see people who have been getting on multiple times. That's awesome. We're almost there. Look at this, we're about to board the log with so many friends. Look at all the friends out here. Look at the happiness, the joy, the zippity-doo-dah day. Everybody coming off the ride looks so stoked. Oh, and look at this, the logs are already full of water. Look at the bilge down there. Hello, friends. See you in the laughing place. All right, here we go. Our first splash of the day. Oh, look at that. Florida people will be surprised that we never had Brer Frog up here on our first link hill. That was a Brer Frog. Yes! We're doing it. We're splashing. I really thought a log was going to come down right now. All right, into the old mill. Oh no, I can feel the bilge water running over my foot. Cane syrup, molasses. Look at that old owl. This ride's a real hoot. Maybe that's why they're not loading the backs, because the logs are so full of water. Oh, Brer Rabbit's house, Brer Fox's house. And never forget, inside there is the lair of Brer Bear. All right, here we go. Into the ride. Time to head in towards Slippin' Falls, the wettest falls of them all. There's Brer Bear right there, with the snore of Rufus the Bear. The old entrance, cave to Bear Country snore. All right, here we go. Slippin' Falls. Oh man, always. It's a little moist. My whole life, all the kids from my school would ride this ride. Every field trip, every marching band excursion, and sing, "Pretty good, show us your bone." That's a little piece of Disneyland lore that'll be lost to future generations, I guess. Pretty good, show us your bone. A ride for dogs. Now, since the last time I rode this with you guys a couple of months ago, when George and I got completely drenched on it, they have fixed things up a little bit. They fixed up at least a few light bulbs. You can actually see Brer Rabbit's house. Actually, you can actually see Brer Rabbit himself up there, Brer Roadrunner. It was too dark to see half of this stuff just a couple of months ago. Looks a lot better now. All right, here we go. Just worse? Let's find out. Woo. Sometimes that's big enough. Oh, the laughing place. We're laughing. We're laughing. We're laughing. Look at all these characters, many of which were left over from the old America Sings attraction. I always thought it was clever the way that they used the same voice, the same vocal part here for the two mothers warning their children to stay away from the laughing place, not get in trouble like Brer Rabbit. Look at this. Here we go. My favorite guys.
Too late.
The buzzards.
Laughing.
We got your laughing place. All right, here we go. Ready, Ollie? Hang on, everybody. It's going down, by which I mean we're going down.
Just the way you're going.
What a fun one! Oh, yeah! Yes! Oh, and weird, it's raining out here. It's like drizzling. I didn't even notice it first because of all the moisture on my face. Ollie, did you get wet? Did you get wet? Oh, you were all protected. You were all covered up. These ponchos weren't made for grown men. Ah, getting soggy on a loggy. My favorite. All right, guys, time to head towards Doodah Landing. Say goodbye to all of our friends, all of our hens and pigs and frogs and dogs and everybody else here looking at us on our logs. Say goodbye to Mr. Bluebird and, of course, Brer Fox, Brer Bear, and good old Brer Rabbit. He's singing about how he's sure going to stay. Little does he know, soon he's going to lose his home in the briar patch. Look at this owl. We used to show you your picture right here, your splashdown photo, a little preview of it, to convince you to purchase it back when all they could sell was physical photos and not digital photos of any kind. I never had the money when I was little to get one of those ride photos, so I sure was happy when the digital photos came along. Okay. Oh, the shoes are pretty bad. The rest of me is okay. Woo-hoo. Look at you. You got soaked. Good thing you're wearing Crocs, dude. You're all right. Oh, what a fun one. Look at all that rain. Oh, boy. I can't believe it's raining. It looks like the ponchos are lucky for other reasons. All right, let's get that ride photo real quick. Let's get that ride photo. Oh, and Mike Wazowski'd on the preview. I'm up there, I swear. Luckily, I saw a sign in line today that all the photos are complimentary at the moment, which means all these people are going to get a free download of their last Splash Mountain photos. I've got tons of Splash Mountain photos somewhere. Well, I gotta admit, I look a little ridiculous, but I don't feel ridiculous. I feel happy. Get a little wet, bro?
Got really wet.
You got a little drippy right there.
I know.
At least you had a hat.
Yeah, I had my hat like this. It was literally just filled to the brim with water.
Oh, did you drink it?
Yes, of course I did.
Oh my gosh, look, it's the meeting of the collections. The collector meetup right here. Look at all these guys. I don't have any. Can you believe that? Oh, that's awesome. Oh, you're Brer Rabbit. That's so cool. Okay, your photo's going to look really good coming down there. That's awesome. Yes, sir. Things were mighty satisfactual, and that's the truth.
Those are the signs that nobody sees because they're facing the wrong way when you walk out.
Luckily, usually everybody notices this one, and normally there's pressed pennies right where Allie's standing, but look at that. The old machine is gone.
Which might help explain
why across the road from the exit over here at what's now Pooh Corner, you've got quite a long line of folks already waiting to grab some Splash Mountain pressed pennies from the relocated souvenir coin machine. Look at that. So weird. In Florida, that line went for like 3 or 4 hours at one point. It was so long. It was longer than the line for the ride itself on its closing day. And the sad thing was, the next day, the penny machines were still open. They were still out there at the park. In fact, the last time I was at Disney World, just a couple of weeks ago, they were still there. Thing is, and I totally get this, a lot of people don't want to take the risk because it is the last Splash Mountain merchandise available. They no longer sell plush Brer Rabbits or Splash Mountain shirts. No souvenir Splash Mountain photo frames. And there haven't been Splash Mountain pins over here for a long, long time. So instead, millions and millions of portraits of Abraham Lincoln were smashed in Florida and are being smashed today to give everybody that last souvenir of Splash Mountain, the smashed penny. Look at this, there's people out here with their old vintage 1989 maps from when Splash Mountain opened, doing all that Disneyland history nerd stuff that I love so much. That's a big thing for a lot of people out here. Just like it was in Florida, most people aren't mourning the passing of a ride so much as marking the end of a chapter of Disneyland history, which as some of you can very easily sympathize with. It's very important to a lot of people. Look at this, it's getting busier. I can already see a lot of people too getting their lightning lane times that have already ridden or going back for a second or third round. We actually bit the bullet and bought a lightning lane fast pass today, mostly because after standing in line for 3 hours yesterday, I didn't really want to repeat that part of the performance. So we're definitely getting back on the mountain a couple more times. But I think for the moment, what we really want to do is get out of the rain and get some coffee. We're on a long search for coffee now. It's so weird to come into Disneyland and not even see the castle really in the morning. So it's a good thing I just remembered where I can find a cup of joe. You know who's always got your back? Crazy old Maurice. Oh, Maurice. He's always got my back. A steaming cup of coffee. Ah, and there it is. The castle. Behold the glory. Whenever I say behold the glory now, all I can think of is Charles Phoenix. Shout out to Charles. Behold the glory. How much do we love Disneyland? There's nothing like it. And there's nothing like getting a spot on the bench, a little hot cup of coffee, a little hot potato for a fiance. Look at that. Oh, I've just been sitting here watching all the baby ducks eat popcorn, watching the Main Street vehicles roll on by. Dude, it's gonna be pretty darn strange riding out here on the Mark Twain riverboat and not rolling past Splash Mountain. We'll be going past Tiana's mountain. Speaking of Tiana, she's actually on board up there. Probably coming to check out her real estate prospects. Look at this, and here we are. There's the splashdown point. Look at those logs rounding the corner right there on the side of the Rivers of America. So strange, man, so strange.
The most famous landmark in this area is Splash Mountain, named for the fact that everyone seems to have a splashing good time when they visit. The story is...
Look at that. Are you looking at your real estate prospects over there?
I'm so excited.
Like I said, just enough.
We can't wait to see what you do at the place.
You're gonna love it. I do promise that.
Nancy running into you out here.
My goodness.
That was good timing.
Yes, perfect timing and everything.
That was such weird timing. I ran up the stairs just to see Splash Mountain from up here. I just about knocked the new owner right over. That's definitely why you're not supposed to run. Look at this, one last view of good old Splash Mountain from the river before it goes off into history forever. All right, time to head back onto dry land. Use our lightning lane. After yesterday's craziness, I didn't think we'd get on Splash Mountain more than once today. But it looks like everything's turning out pretty satisfactory. I just made friends with Tiana. That was weird. We hung out like the whole time. Look at this. The crowd is still pretty darn light out here. Looking good. I mean, yesterday was Memorial Day, so granted it was a little bit busier in here. And I'm sure it'll be worse when school lets out later. I just realized that's the weirdest thing about the timing of this closure is it's closing right before summer. You'd think they'd have the big summer splashy ride through the summer and then close it. Oh well. All right, time to head down to Lightning Town. This is weird. I've never done Lightning Lane for Splash Mountain. Haven't done the Fast Pass lane since there was such a thing as the Fast Pass. Oh, I like this. VIP, very important punk. Oh, look at the Brairs. There they are, trying to scout out a new home for the future. Man, we got lucky today. It's not too hot, not too cold. I mean, you get a little cold if you're drenched, but overall it's pretty nice today. Interesting that they're sending people up this thing for a single rider line. I've never done that. I never knew you could do single rider on Splash Mountain before. And now it's too late because I'm not single. All right, here we go. Another splash. It's weird. I thought for sure they'd put a single rider in front of me. What's wrong? Is my log defective? I don't want to go down on a defective log, Lord.
Your safety, just stay seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the log, and be sure to watch your kids. Have a zippity doo-dah ride.
Woo! Look at that water. There's nothing to protect my legs, no rider to absorb the splash. Oh boy. We're going down this time, friends. We're going down. Zippity-doo-dah. Oh, gently down. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. This is always the iffy one. Not the big drop. It's slip and falls. Because you either get nothing or you get so slip and falls. Slip and falls. Slip and falls. Oh, here we go. What a fun one. Ah! Oh, oh, oh. A little splashing in the lap, but I'm okay. I think I'm okay. Pretty good. Show us your bubble. Alright, I'm dreading this with this thing, the real lap splasher. Right here when we head into the lapping place. We're going down, friends, we're going down! Ah! Down the neck! Down the neck! Oh. Well, I don't need to take a shower today. How you doing back there? You okay? Oh, it's inside the poncho. Ah, it's inside the poncho. Oh, you got the beehive on the nose.
Let me go! Are you out of here?
It's happening again. This is it. I love how the water's in my poncho and you're perfectly dry.
I'm afraid we're a bit too late. Laughing place. We've got your laughing place right up here.
Well, that's just
This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. Ah! I'm okay. I'm okay. Oh, the camera's a little moist. My legs are a little soaked, but I'm good. Oh man, love me some Splash Mountain in the morning. It's like Groundhog's Day, not just because the other one closed, now this one closed, but just where? By the way, I always travel with a washcloth. Good accessory. Oh, single riders! Yeah! Whoa! Wow! Bumpy lot. Hello. Okay. Stepping on out on the dry land. This is the moment where you find out how bad it is because the moisture starts to slide down everywhere. Like, oh, hello. Oh, I mostly just want to get all my fun pics. Look how slick the ground is. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, look at that. That's a fun one right there. Yay! Zippity moist crotch, zippity yay. My hair's wet and so's my back today. This poncho did nothing, that's kinda lame. But it's my own fault, because I forgot to put on the hood. That would have stopped all the water from just, oh, I just poured more down. The size of that single rider line. Splash Mountain is very popular today. Look, there he is, Professor Barnaby Owl. You used to get to look at your portraits and purchase them right out here. That's going way back to the 90s. And look at this is good. Towards lunch here, things have chilled out at the Press Pennies. Easier to grab yourself a set. Oh, see, look it. There you go. Splash, the movie.
Yeah.
That's why they named it Splash Mountain.
Exactly.
It's crazy. You're celebrating. Look at that. My, oh my. What a wonderful day. The line is definitely beefing up. I think if it is going to get wild and crazy again, it'll happen after school gets out, after people get off work. So we're going to hang out, wander around for a while, and check in with you guys later in the afternoon. See if this line gets longer and the bridge gets fuller. It's only about noon right now, right on the dot. So we'll see how it looks later.
We're now entering Splash Mountain, rumored to be the location of the one and only laughing place. It's remotely apart, and it's just 1:30. It's where the critters are celebrating a zippity-doo-dah day.
Well, the sun never did come out for old Splash Mountain, and now behind the clouds somewhere, it's going down. Something did change out here, however. Would you look at the size of that wait time? The line has expanded and expanded. Look, it's all doubled and tripled up on the bridge. They're doing the bit where they're telling you, fill in all the available space. Look, I love Disneyland, but I'm not a line guy. You see, people make that mistake. They're always like, the lines are long because the annual pass holders and the people who come all the time. Not so, my friends. Most of the time, the regulars or the locals, they'll see a long line and go, I'll come back later, because they have that luxury, you see? Except on a day like today, a day when there's no choice. Now, some people are braving even this long line over and over to keep trying to ride Splash as many times as they can. Look at all the folks on the back wall here. Many of them are standing over here waiting to try to be the last people down tonight, meaning hovering around over here until they think the cast members are going to cut the line and then try to jump in to be the last people down the mountain. I'm not gonna lie to you, there's a part of me that really doesn't want to enter the big old line over here. It's just that there's another, much louder part of me that's screaming, come on, bro, we can do it one last time, Splash Mountain at night. That is a 4-hour line, my friends. That line is longer than the tour that the Gilligan's Island crew set out to take. Well, we all know how they ended up. I'm just thinking out loud here. If I don't do it, will I be sad one day, like, man, I never went down one last time that day? And if I do it, am I gonna be like, it's hour 3, and I'm still standing here? I don't know. Maybe the bluebird will tell me what to do. Speak to me, old bluebird. Why won't you answer me? He's just giving me the side eye. So you just rode this 3 times today already.
Yes.
And you're gonna get in the line at night, 240 minutes.
Exactly.
If Jaden's not giving up, that means I can't give up.
You can't give up, Justin. You got this.
You're shaming me.
It's okay, Justin. It's okay.
So now it's really just one more major decision to make. Do we hang back with all the hangers backers to try to see what's going to happen at the end of the night over here? Or do we go for one last splashdown? Even though the line is long enough now that it might mean being in that line until the park closes. We have no idea how long they'll let the fans stay out here and look at Splash Mountain as it closes. And we have no idea what time they're going to cut off that line because it's so long. Which means the only safe bet is to get in that line now, come what may, if we want one last splash. You know what? I kind of want to do it. One last splash, even if it takes 3 hours. All right, here we go.
So
here we go. I can't remember the last time the line was doubling and tripling up over here like this. What a fun one. Look at what Mark's got in his hand. He's got a little Brer Rabbit. Look at this, though. You got the plushes out here. You're ready to party, dude. Yeah, we've been in line for a while now, folks. Meeting everybody, all of our neighbors. Line snake all the way into Critter Country. Now it's coming back onto the bridge, and then we got to come back again. So we're going to be out here for a while. See, I figure it was either stand on that back wall over there on the other side of the tape on the ground for the next 3 hours or 4 hours to see what happens, or stand in this line over here for the next couple of hours and know what's gonna happen, or at least I hope I know. Hopefully we made the right choice. It is what it is now. At least we're up by the fence now. Now we can stop and get those money shot pics over here. The pics they wouldn't let you get earlier, even when this part of the line was empty, when people were coming up and just stopping here for a second to take a picture. They're like, keep moving, keep moving. Well, who's laughing now? Now we can't move. Uh-oh, people are starting to murmur. It looks like they might have said last call to get in line. They might be cutting the line early. We might have made the right choice. It's always hard to tell with rumors when you're trapped over in the line and you can't get out to go ask a certified cast member a question. Uh-oh. Darth Alley is back. It's like evil Kermit with the hood. You gotta watch out when Darth Alley's around. Oh, there we go. At least we have front row seats for the fireworks, just like our first date. Oh, kind of. Woo! Dinner and a show. Wait a minute, we didn't get dinner. Oh no. That is awesome. Look at it, reflecting off the mountain for one last evening while that Splash Mountain loop music plays. Look at all those happy people. Yes, explode! Like Brer Rabbit's home. Woohoo! Now what do we do for the next 2 hours? We're almost in line, gang. We're almost in line. Oh, look at this, a little delay in the line here as people get that sick pic. It's the best spot to take a picture with Splash Mountain, an old trade secret right here. Allie and I got our pictures yesterday in the daytime. It's a little gray outside, but we still feel like we got it. We got it. We don't need to do one now in the dark. Oh, I'm gonna miss that view. It's with the music, combined with the music, because of course we'll still have this view. There just won't be that pinnacle on the top. And it'll be a new theme, Princess and the Frog. Heck of a movie film. All right, after at least 2 hours, I must admit, it does feel better to be in a part of the line where you can at least see and hear some parts of the ride operating. Hello, Splashers! A lot of people streaming out here. Yeah, Splash Mountain! Woohoo! I'm so excited! Only another hour or so until I can do it too. Oh, maybe 2 hours. Maybe 3. Oh, Donovan just got word they did cut off the line early at 10 o'clock. Which means we were right. We were never going to be in that line. We were never going to be even in the contest to be the last on. I think once you get over 40 like me now, I'm a wise old man, the real contest is how soon you can get into your bed. Look at that. An hour before park closing, and now it's officially closed. Oh, look at this. We're back by the old Briar patch with our friend, that lady there. We know her. No, we don't. Oh, some last minute souvenirs. Last minute waiting in line. Look at it's happening. The prophecy is coming true. I can see the door. The gates of legend and lore open before us. Yes! The day has come. And in only 3 more hours, we will be up there. And then in 1 more hour, we will be splashing. Yes, lean back. Get the best, funnest fun pick. One last time, Rich. I'm tall enough for the ride. I want to ride. I want to ride. Fresh Baked is not going to ride. He hates this ride. He hates it. Oh, look at this. The prophecies. There they are upon the wall. Okay, I'm sorry. I'll stop using that voice. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I apologize. I can't promise I won't do it again, but I'll stop for a little while at least. It's just that I'm so happy to be indoors. Who gets to keep the big old pot when this is all over? Somebody stole the light bulb. The thieving has begun. Oh, no. The body's not even cold yet. Goodbye, Briars. Well, until we get off the ride, I guess I'll see them again. Hello, stairs. It feels good to be delirious. I'm doing it. It's happening. Yes, sirree. It's time for one more zippity-doo-dah splashdown extraordinaire. We're almost there, Rich.
Almost.
This close.
6 more days.
3 more hours. Hello, Splashers! Ahoy! Hello! Zippity-doo-dah! Zippity-yay! My, oh my, it's a wonderful day! Oops, I was holding up the line. Gotta hurry up and get in. Look at this, we're almost there. How many times is this total?
I think it's my 10th time.
10 times in a day, dude. You nailed it. Is this your first time today?
Second.
Okay, second time. This will be my third or fourth. I can't remember. Allie will tell me later. It now feels real. I can't believe this is happening. We've officially been in line for 2 hours and 30 minutes, still under the number on the marquee, and we are almost there. Poncho time! You look so cute in a poncho. Look at you, you're adorable. This is it, guys. This is the final splashdown. I am weirdly excited, but totally at peace with it because I already said the emotional farewell to Splash Mountain in Florida. So this whole day has just felt like bonus. Here we go, guys. This is it, the final splashdown. Tony! Thank you for all the wonderful years of Splash Mountain. Very fantastic. Hey, what's up? How's it going, Tom? Look at these Imagineers on here. Thank you for the memories. That's awesome. See you guys on the other side. Look at this. I'm number one. I'm number one. Donovan. Peace be the journey. Cool runnings. He's going for it. You guys have been amazing all day. Thank you so much. This is so exciting. Yes! The log is away! It's just so weird. It doesn't feel real anymore. Like, I already lived through the closing of Splash Mountain, and then I came back to Disneyland and kept riding it. So it doesn't quite feel real at all. 34 years of riding on logs with Brer Rabbit. And it's all come down to this. A watery grave. Oh, our log's a little front heavy. Maybe I shouldn't have sat up here. And look at that, guys. One last time under the light of the silvery moon. Here we go. Up the lift hill. Get your last glass of molasses. It's the last drop. Goodbye, Barnaby Owl. I love you. I'm going to savor this. Every little drop. Until my britches are moist again later, and then I won't savor it as much. Here we go. Goodbye, Brer Rabbit. It's the last time we'll ever see his home. It feels so weird, though. Slip and fall. Bye, Brer Fox. Pretty good. Show us your bone. Nice and peaceful out here. Nice and quiet. Except for the sound of my voice. Sorry. Doesn't feel real, huh? Just like, we'll be on this later. There it is. Old Chickapin Hill. For the last time. Here we go, gang. Brer Bear, one last snore. And then one final slip and falls. Here we go. Oh no! Oh boy. The poncho, it did nothing. It's not like they warned us in the title of the ride or anything. All right. Goodbye, pretty good show us your bone characters. All these original America Sings animatronics. Except for these guys, who of course were built by Tony Baxter, who you just saw in that log back there, splashing around. It's been a fantastic 3 decades with you, Brer Rabbit. See you, buddy. He's taking off, leaving the Briar patch for the last time, and headed to his eternal laughing place. Goodbye, Gator! Goodbye, Laughing Brer! Goodbye, Rump of Bear! Uh-oh! Beep! Oh! 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 That was too much water. I wasn't expecting an eyeful. I wasn't expecting an eyeful. Oh! Quit laughing! Alright, you can laugh at me. It is the last time! Alright. Goodbye, Laughing Place! I must admit the Laughing Place did have the last laugh, that's for sure. Still got that washcloth. Of all the characters, I think I'm gonna miss these two the most.
Laughing place? We've got your laughing place right up here.
Here we go, Allie. One last time. Love you. Let's see how much more water this camera can take, I guess. Goodbye, Brer Rabbit. Don't worry. You'll be out of this go, my friends. And this is it. Everybody make it in one piece. Hey! We did it! We splashed our last splash. I'm not crying. That's just the moisture from the water log ride. Oh my gosh. That was intense. What, did they fill it up with extra water for the end there? Or did I just eat too many Doritos today? Wow. Yes. The final splashdown! Yay! And to celebrate, I heard they're throwing us a party at Landing. Farewell, my friends. Farewell, you creepy anthropomorphic wonderful fiends. Oh my, what a wonderful day. Things will be weird tomorrow seeing Splash Mountain closed, but for today, everything was satisfaction. There he is. Goodbye, Brer Rabbit. Oh, I'm not gonna miss that, but I'm gonna miss you, friend. I'm gonna miss you. Oh man, I'll always have the back pain to remember this ride by. Goodbye, Barnaby. Yes, sir, I've spent most of my life with the Briar Patch Gang here on Splash Mountain. All these crazy characters, so many splashes, so many memories. And now they've done their duty. They can go home and sleep well forever. And there it is. That was it. Our very last ride on Splash Mountain. Of course, Tiana's a Bayou adventure will be here, so we'll be back on logs in this very same area soon. It was one heck of a day saying goodbye to old friends. We survived! Woo! Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. One last round of soggy drawers. Least Town Tiana takes over, and one final epic farewell fun pick. Just remember though, gang, you can't run away from trouble. There ain't no place that far. Oh, this is it. We're taking off. Look at it, the lens is all cloudy from Splash Mountain water invading the camera. Yes, sir. Back then, well, back now, things were mighty satisfactual, and that's the truth. That's it. We gotta have a zippity-doo-dah day. It's up to us now. All right, they're shooing people away from this area pretty mightily. They 100% don't want people lingering, trying to get fun pics with the signs. The cast members have a tough job to do tonight, and that's to get everybody in the line and everybody waiting in the line still onto and then off of this ride.
This worked all day except for just now. I got my last splash.
Your last splash, right on the rump. I know, we need to invest in waterproof pants when Tiana reopens this joint. All right, this is incredible timing. We just happen to pop out right when the very last guests and cast members are about to head into the ride for Splash Mountain to close down, and this is it. They're about to close the doors.
1989 to 2023.
We're closing the ride.
I know. Wait, why were we all cheering because it's over? I guess we're not going to cry because it's over. We're going to smile because it happened, or whatever the plaque in Hobby Lobby says. Oh yeah, look at that. They've shut the door on our childhood forever. Shut the door on the past, on history, and a new chapter is about to begin. And before I was like going to say I didn't think a Disney World type situation would happen, but as those doors closed, so many people were out here singing zippity-doo-dah and cheering. If I know Disneyland, folks, and I think that I do, a lot of them saw those videos from the closing in Florida, and they don't want to be outdone by the Magic Kingdom. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens when the park closes. 31 minutes ago, what? The park is already closed, which means they've already let us linger. Look at that, some of the last splashers are up there on the balcony waving to all of us down below. There's a lot of security and management out here deciding the fate of the crowds down below. On the one hand, you don't want to linger too long because you don't want to keep the cast members here longer than they need to. On the other hand, it's sort of their moment. They're sort of loving the spotlight. My, oh my, what a wonderful day. Plenty of sunshine headed my way. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. We did it! Yes! Now we're clapping for everything! We're clapping maniacs out here! Yes! One of our favorite things closed! Yay! All right, take one last look, friends, because the last riders have disappeared down that hallway, which means the last logs are away. All right, we confirmed with security they're letting people stay here until the last civilians are off the lodge, which means we are allowed to stay and see the last log come around. Made sure we asked. We didn't want to be a nuisance. All right! Yes! Yes! Are you guys the last ones? The final civilian logs! Oh my gosh, and now the empties begin. We were sticking around back there to see if Tony Baxter himself, the creator of Splash Mountain, would be the last one down, but it looks like his splashing days are over. He had a good run, 33, 34 years of splashes. It's been 40 years since he originally conceived the idea. And look at this now. He's watching the crowd gather to witness the last splash. Look at this. He's taking pictures, getting emotional as he sees how much Splash Mountain meant to so many people. Man, I can only imagine how he feels. If it was an emotional day for all the fans out here waiting for those last logs to drop, then no wonder Tony's eyes are getting sweaty with respect. This was, after all, his brainchild. And there he goes, past all these people who mostly are not even noticing that the creator of Splash Mountain is walking right in front of them. Crazy. They're too busy pulling a Florida and cheering on the final log. But for me, I don't think anything is going to top seeing Tony Baxter out here, eyes sweaty with respect, seeing how much his ride meant to so many. And look at that, while Tony was leaving, the last civilians went down the mountain. Splash Mountain officially closed to the public forever. And now everyone's waiting out here to see some of the cast members come down. No one's leaving anytime soon, apparently. It's all happening again. Super Groundhog's Day for me. Oh, it got really awkwardly quiet there. Nice! Woohoo! We did it, gang! We can't sustain our cheers here in California, I guess. We're not good at holding them out for very long. Small lung capacity due to the smog. If you were working on that mountain tonight, that has to be so awesome. It's so short. The cheers are so short. We can do better than this. You gotta sustain it. We tried so hard. We all lost our voices on the ride. Screaming. And it got quiet again.
So close.
So close. Yes. Plenty of sunshine in my way. Okay. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. Mr. Bluebird. It's the truth. It's actual. Everything is satisfaction. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. Wonderful feeling. Was there anyone in that one?
No, that was empty.
It was empty? No!
It's like my head.
Oh, empty logs! It's all happening again! I can't lose you twice! Splash Mountain! They're singing again! Why are they singing? Look at that. They're trying to keep the song going, but it's starting to fade away. This is just like what happened in Florida, on a smaller scale. As people realize, it dawns on them. It's happening. It's closing. This is it. Now it all seems to be over, but in Florida, when all the cast members were done, then the ones controlling the ride operators, switched out with them. When it was all said and done with, I think that's what everybody's waiting for. Waiting to see if just a few more cast members are gonna go for that final plunge. All right, look at that. Critter Country is now cleared. I am pleasantly surprised Disneyland has decided to let the gang stay out here, to let the crowd and the adoring fans cheer down the final lodge, which is what everyone's waiting for, and this will be it. The actual last splash. Cast member to cast member. Oh, look at that! No! The It's Broken lights are on. Oh my gosh!
Let me walk through it.
Weird. Everyone in stunned silence, wondering if that was the last one. Walk through? That would be incredible! Can you imagine if Bob Iger came out and he was like, yeah, sounds good, walk through! Oh no. The logs are slowing down. The area music stopped. No more logs. Now we're just waiting to see if the water turns off. The trams are probably done. We're all gonna be walking back to the car in our soggy shoes. Oh, you are the chosen one! Drink it! Drink it! Drink it! Drink it! Drink it! You will get superpowers if you drink that. I don't know if they're gonna be the superpowers you'll want.
Coca-Cola.
Yeah! That's true. That is true. Why won't they turn the water off?
They want to watch us suffer.
Oh, make us suffer.
I'm cold! Turn it off! Turn it off! A lot of cast members coming this way.
I'll buy that water on eBay.
Maybe one of these cast members knows how to turn the water off.
Does anybody know where the water switch is? They can't find it.
Where's the spigot? Apparently they could not figure out how to turn the water off. And so security has told us that's it. Final pictures. Splash Mountain has done its duty. It's time to go home and sleep well. That's officially it. No Brer Rabbit out here, no fireworks, no bigwigs from the company. You know what, I'm not gonna lie. Once I saw Tony Baxter getting emotional, that moment, that's when I almost got a little choked up myself. It honestly doesn't feel real. Like I said, just having gone through this in Florida, basically what feels like 5 minutes ago, and then showing up and getting to ride it the whole winter and spring again, definitely a surreal feeling. But you know what? We don't want to be the last out of here. It's time to make our way home. These cast members have been amazing out here, super nice to all the fans, super nice about telling us all, like, it's okay to stay here, but get your last pictures now, all that kind of stuff. So we really owe them a debt of gratitude for staying out here to give us one last look at Splash Mountain 1989 to 2023. It's so weird, dude. It's not even 12:30 yet. On normal days when the park's open until midnight, there'd still be people in here. Now with all of that and waiting for those last logs to go and everything, it feels like it should be 5 in the morning. This is so bizarre. All right, gang, that's our last look back towards Splash Mountain. It is obscured by the giant trees over there. We can't go to the far side to see it. That was it, Allie. It's all done. Oh man, isn't this place great when it's empty? How much does the ticket to come here in the middle of the night cost? Super surreal walking out of Disneyland when it's all empty and beautiful looking like this after close. But then it suddenly dawns on you that people are waiting to start to get to work out here. Cleaning and pressure washing and everything else. There's still a big crowd behind us lingering and going slow. But I have no more desire to linger, my friends. What's done is done. Splash Mountain is gone, and the only ride I'm interested in now is the ride home to my bed. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for being excellent. If you've enjoyed the last 10 years of videos from Disneyland and all over the United States and farther afield at times, please do me a favor, just one little favor, and check out the links down below. Please consider becoming a member, because it's those of you who are members that have kept this show going for 10 years. I will hopefully help it survive for another 10. If this is your first Random Land, there are literally more than 1,000 other videos on this channel for you to enjoy. And now that we've had our Splash Mountain adventure, and now that I've made my very rare, by the way, sales pitch to you all, we've all officially done our duty. At last, it's time to go home and sleep well. There's that baby goose, a little gosling. It's Ryan! Ryan Gosling. There he is. You gotta watch out though, because mama geese will bite you and poop on your ground. See that? Look at that. Look at that. They're mean. They're ornery. Well, they're mean, but they're polite about it because they're Canadian geese.
Come here, look. Elliot.
I should have something
Here,
It's Fresh Baked David! He hates this ride! He's happy! He hates Splash Mountain! I'm a little soggy in my pants. Watch me do the waddle dance. What did you say? You just got wet on the side of your pants?
Yeah.
Dude, I had a whole face full this time. It went down the poncho, up the sleeves. I forgot to roll up my sleeves. They're all hanging like sleeve of wizard. Don't bite me, Mother Goose. Please don't bite me.
I got more wet from the water in the log. Messed up.